Little update on Oscar's motor here. We got it all ready to go in the car. Almost. Got to bolt the muffler on, J-pipes, all that stuff. But the engine is complete. Got to set the linkage up. Synchronize the carburetors. I like to try to do that before I bolt it all in the engine compartment. Get it close, you know. And less tuning in the car. But anyway, we color matched the sheet metal. Came out pretty nice. So we got the CB Performance distributor there, the flame thrower coil, MST pulleys, MST alternator stand. It's got his clutch on the back of it, and 78 crank, 90.5. We ended up with 70 thousandths on the deck, and it's a little tight, but we'll see how it runs. Hopefully everything works out good. It should. We're gonna end up painting the car now, so we got that coming up. We got to get the car inside. We're gonna put floors on it, paint it, and all that good stuff. Put these push rod tubes on here. I would not recommend those to anybody. So, problem with these bad boys are clearance issue. You see the cooling tins and the push rod tubes like right up against there? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna put like a big block Chevy tapered push rod in there or something. But these are the ones I sort of like. I don't like any kind of two-piece push rod tube like this, ever, because this is an oil leak waiting to happen. Gonna happen, for sure. It's gonna leak oil. I don't ever use those on my motors. Customer supplied these, so I used them. But this is a JC tube, plenty big enough for anything that you're gonna throw down there. And this thing here dwarfs this. You can almost slide that inside of it. Plus you got the spring assembly in here, and there's 3 cheesy O-rings. So I put some silicone in there, hoping that, you know, they're not gonna leak. But I think they're gonna leak. Pretty sure they're gonna leak. These have the spring on the outside, much smaller spring. And the problem with these things is, you know, you get them all together and they got like 50 pounds of pressure on them, pushing against a little cheesy seal that don't hold up to a normal push rod tube. So you can expect these to leak at some point. They will cause pain. And they do not fit at all with the Type 3 cooling tins. So just saying, you might want to scratch those off of your build sheet if you're going to build a motor. I would go with the 40 horse push rod tubes. If you build a narrow motor like this and it's tight, you know, you can go with a shorter push rod tube. The 40 horse works really good. Or you can smash down a 1600 tube, you know, or you can stretch it out if the motor's got a spacer under the barrel. So there's really no need to run a 2-piece push rod tube unless you know wad up a push rod at the track and you need to make an emergency repair. Then that would be acceptable. But yeah, that's just got to be an oil leak there. So anyway, other than those, everything else looks pretty good. And sorry for that rant, but you know, you guys want to know what's good and what's not good, and that's not good. So that's what's going on with this. I got to get the car inside. Got some screws out here because I'm trying to put the Nova together. There's the Nova. There's a cat. I got to go kill that cat. It's walking on the car. Anyway, I got the Nova one color. You know, before I go blind, I wanted to see it painted. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I got to detail the engine compartment, put the fender wells in, finished assembling the grille and the front bumper. Got new headlight bezels and all new trim for the hood and the fenders. So it should look pretty good if it lines up. I got some door panels for the inside, got the carpet in there, got the back panels, I gotta fit them. Got to cut the holes for the handles. I need a package tray piece for the back. I'm gonna paint this flat black back here and clean up that package tray. Trying to find a back seat, but I haven't had any luck with that. And that's what's going on. I got to do a little painting today. Apparently, you know, painting is essential if people got to have their used cars. So I got to get some stuff together this morning and go paint some cars. So we'll talk to you guys when we get back. We'll get that Beetle inside and start taking it apart. Pull all the bumpers, fenders, seats, carpet, all that stuff out, and get going on that. Trying to get the glass in this move it today or tomorrow so I can move it outside so I can have some room inside. Got a black avalanche outside all over I got to do, and yeah, so everything's been going good. Been staying at home and trying to get stuff done here. And yeah, painted the grill, put the emblem on. This is a real SS, by the way. I saw somebody said there's no real SS's anymore, but this is actually one of them. But it's not, you know, I tore it up pretty bad, so it doesn't resemble much of an SS anymore, other than it has the disc brakes that would be appropriate. It has the tack and the dash, which isn't in the car right now. And then, I guess one of the other tells, I'm not really a muscle car guy, so I just had this car forever. But anyway, the steering column, no shifter, because it was a 4-speed car. It's got the hole for the 4-speed down there. And still got the clutch pedal. Still got the clutch pedal down there on the floor, just in case I ever get a 4-speed again, or a 5-speed. My son wants to put an LS in here with a 5-speed, so more than likely when he gets his car, it'll have an LS with a 5-speed. So you need to order a dash pad. Got these things to paint, and this car's never going to be, you know, like super nice inside because it's been a race car all its life. But I can live with that. And shot at the pool there. But anyway, this will be my nice car, the Ventura. I got to get this started too. I'm going to jack it up, pull the rear end out, and cut the floor out of it. And it's got bent frame rails, so we got to pull those out. And then we're going to do we'll just do the floor to the back seat or to the front seat. And that'll take care of the frame rails. And I was going to replace the quarters, but I think after I cut the floor and the rear body panel out, I'll be able to move the quarters around and shape them back into shape, because they are original. They don't have a whole lot of rust, but they have this nasty dent. And if I can't get it out, it's a Nova pretty much, the quarter panels anyway, so I can buy some quarters for it. I was going to use the quarters off the rear clip out there, but after looking at them, they're you know, they were aftermarket to begin with. They didn't really rust proof anything really good with epoxy primer, so you know, they got some rust coming up, and by the time you cut all that stuff off, it's going to be so warped that I think it'll be better just to go with 2 quarter panels if I need them for this thing, because both sides got hit. I mean, they got hit in the back, and then they didn't pull it, and welded some angle iron under there on the frame rails, and it's real janky under there, but the car deserves to be fixed because it's too nice. And, you know, it's a super sweet car. Got all the interior, all the door panels are nice. The door shut cherry, and you know, it's got the 455 in there we need to fire up. It's done. I pretty much have it wired now. I've been trying to get everything done where this one starts by the key, and you know, the turn signals work and everything. So unlike this beast here, you know, it's like trying to put something that's really not a street car back on the street, but we're gonna do it. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Got this filler painted. Bolt that to the grill and put her back together. She's more together than she's ever been together in her life, you know, so got to get the front end bolted on. Most people do all that before they paint it, but you know, I got to the point where I said, I just need to paint this car, you know, I'm gonna throw some tape on it and paint it up. And it's painted, so we can work with this. We're gonna go from here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get the windows in it. I'll get a tag for it this week, hopefully, if everything goes good. And maybe we'll go for our first ride in the Nova. It's been a long time. A lot of guys helped with this car over the years on YouTube, you know, lit the fire under my butt. And some people sent parts for it, and they'll all get put on here. So anybody that helped with it, I do appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. I know some of you guys got cars that have been sitting in your garage, not painted and apart. This car's been apart since my son was born. He's 23 years old, so that's the last time it was on the road. I've had it for quite some time. Since me and Andrea got married, she totaled my first Nova out, and this is the replacement car. All parts of it we repaired. The car that she totaled, we took what parts we could off of it and put it onto this, and she helped build it, and you know, so it's got some sentimental value. It's not perfect, but it was never meant to be perfect because I'm not selling it. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Go out there and do something in the garage, turn the camera on, make something happen, and we'll get back with you on the next video here soon, and we'll get that 96 Beetle in here and get rocking on that. And of course, we're gonna wait to put the motor in before we paint the car. We got to paint the engine compartment and all that stuff now. And I'll send a piece of the 10 off. I have a little paint left, but I'll have that paint matched to the car, so the car matches the motor perfect and the engine compartment looks good and all that stuff. So should be real sweet when we're done. And glad I'm doing it. You know, I don't have a whole lot to do, so that'll give me something to pass the time with until this stuff gets back to normal, if we ever get back to normal, the new normal, whatever that is. But you guys have a good day. Go push that record button and make something happen.